Hey there, welcome to a no dogs allowed vinyasa practice. This practice is designed to challenge our notion of yoga, as there will be no downward dogs, no planks, no chaturangas, no handstands. This is perfect if you are working with a wrist, elbow or shoulder injury. Even if you are not, I encourage you to give this practice a crack, as it is really fun to challenge our notion of what a yoga practice can be. And it is also going to be a real burner for the legs. So let's go. Just because we might be working with injuries doesn't mean we have to lower our load level. It just means we have to manage it in a more intelligent way. Now, we will be transferring up and down off the ground. So if you do need help with that, you might like to have a chair or a wall handy. I have props behind me, but I'm probably not going to use them today. The only thing that you would really maybe need or want to be mindful of is support under the knees, because we will be kneeling a little bit. We will get started today supine. So lying down on your back. I like to be in constructive rest, but you may prefer the legs long, your choice. Now, this entire class can be done with the hands on the hips, in prayer in front of the heart or over the heart, crossed over the chest. If you do want to use your hands to help you balance or to kind of follow the more traditional movements, you can absolutely do that. I will cue both. But for now, place your hands wherever they work. For me, it's my belly. Let's begin by breathing in slow. Breathing out long. And remembering that just because our practice might look like traditional quote-unquote yoga, that it's really the intention with which we approach it. If we are centering things like breath, concentration, presence, compassion, truthfulness, we are practicing yoga. Another deep inhale. And another long exhale. You can begin by rocking the knees from side to side. It's a gentle introduction of movement. And just using these slower movements that we warm up or begin with to just acknowledge how your body is feeling. Is today an active rest day? Do you want to keep it a bit chill? Do you want to challenge yourself? Do you want to push your limits? Or do you want to approach with a softness? Do you want to let go of that need to achieve? What do I need? Bring the knees through center and pull the left knee in towards the chest. And when I say pull, you might be doing it with your leg muscles and your belly muscles. If you choose, you can take your hands around the knee and give it a gentle pull in. Totally up to you. I have my right foot on the mat, because pressing that right foot into the mat can really help me pull the left knee into the chest if I am deciding to go hands free. Start to lengthen the left leg up into the air, pulling it as close toward your face as you can, looking for the sensation of maybe a stretch in the left hamstring, so down the back of the left leg. You may again choose to grab on and pull it towards you with your hands, or maybe keep it hands free. Once again, pull the left knee into the chest and start to crunch your head, neck, shoulders up away from the floor. Shoulder blades lift. Press your lower back into the floor. Start to pull your left knee in towards your right shoulder and lift a little bit more right shoulder towards left knee. Lower down 1 centimeter and pulse up, lift 1 centimeter. Let's repeat 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, warming up through the midsection, and 1. Bring everything back to the floor. Left foot to floor, pull right knee to chest. Maybe you're using hands, maybe you're not. Extend the right leg up into the air. Can you find a hamstring stretch? Once again, bend the knee, pull the right knee to chest. Lift your upper body up off the floor, press your lower back into the floor, pull left shoulder to right knee across the body, and pulse it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower everything back towards the ground. Roll your whole self onto your belly. We are prone. I want you to stay exactly as you are. I'm just going to switch my position so you can see me better. Lying on your belly, feet about hip distance apart. Arms go wherever your arms feel good. Think about lengthening your lower back. Point your tailbone towards the back of your knees. You might feel kind of an activation in the glutes or in the lower belly. Straighten out your left leg, point the toe, extend the knee, and lift the thigh up off the ground. Use your glute, use your hamstrings on that right side. And then we switch. Lower, lift the left. We'll keep repeating, almost like you're swimming. And we'll start to take those legs quite fast, pressing your hips down, keeping long through the lower back. Now you can keep this kind of lower body warm-up, backline warm-up. You may also choose to pull the shoulder blades together and lift the chest away from the floor. Arms can do what your arms want to do. You can rest them on the floor, you can lift them up behind you, out to the side, overhead, or you can keep them relaxed on the floor. But just keeping this kind of swimming motion going for the next 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press your way up into a child's pose. If you are fully going no hands, it's a lot easier to roll onto your side body, pull your knees in, and then kind of roll onto your knees. Hands can be by the sides or in front of you, whatever works. Rest your head on the ground. Knees can be wide or together. Gently rock the head from side to side, getting a gentle massage across the forehead. And then pressing your heels, your hips back towards your heels. Roll yourself up. So you are in Virasana, sitting on your heels. You may choose to lift yourself up with a block or a bolster here, your choice. With your hands in their chosen position, maybe at heart center, start to bring your left shoulder towards your left hip, side bend. Press your right sit bone into your right heel. Roll it forward, so we tuck chin to chest, kind of bowing over our thighs slightly, full flexion of the spine. And then take it to the other side, right shoulder, right hip. Keep that going, rock it forward to the other side. Now, if you do want to bring in arms, it might look like as you rock forward, both hands to floor, beside the body. As you rock right shoulder to right hip, left arm might lift up and over. And you might choose to do arms in some places and not others. Especially if you're working with an injury, that might be appropriate. Rocking to the left and taking one more to the right. And then bringing yourself up through center. Some seated cat-cow, spinal flexion extension. Let's pull the heart forward, roll forward on the sit bone, shoulder blades together, look up slightly. You might cactus the arms here, pull them behind you. You might keep them in front of the heart. Round the back, tuck the hips, tuck the chin. Space in the back body, spread the shoulder blades. You might bring your forearms together. Inhale, open the front body. Exhale, round it forward. Inhale, open the front body. Exhale, round it forward. One more. Inhale, open front body. Exhale, round it forward. And inhale, come back through center. If you do want to support under the knees, now is your time to get your folded blanket, your folded towel. You can also just pick up the middle of your mat and fold it over itself. So you've got 3 layers of mat rather than just the one. Step your knees hip distance apart. I like to have my feet pointed for these. I call them quad leans. I'm sure there is a better, more official name for them, but that's what I'm going with today. Feet pointed, feet tucked, your choice. Keep your inner ankles magnetizing together so your feet are kind of on train tracks. They are nice and straight. Think about tucking the hips under here. It's a lift of the pubic bone and a extension of the tailbone towards the back of the knees. We want this beautiful line of energy from our knee to hip to shoulder. We are hinging at the knee, and that's the only point of movement that we want. Hands go where they feel comfortable. Take a breath in. Lean back. Your belly and your quads and your glutes will have to work. And I like to full exhale. Come up. Inhale, prepare. I like to hold as we lean back. Full exhale, come up. Use the breath that works for you. That's what works for me. Lean it back. Bring it up. One more before we add on. Lean it back. Bring it up. This time we're going to lean it back, and as we bring it up, we're going to use that momentum to step the foot forward. Right foot will move first. Lean it back. And as you pop forward, step the right foot into a low lunge. Draw the hips forward and down, squeeze your left glute. Begin to twist to the right. Think left shoulder coming across the body to the right knee. You might grab your left hand onto your right knee and reach the right hand behind you. Otherwise, hands stay as they are. We exalt this shape by drawing the right shoulder to the back of the mat. That might look like this with the arms. Right hand to hamstring, left hand to ceiling, but ultimately it's the upper body making the movement. Untwist, come back to your low lunge, look forward, straighten your front right leg. Half Hanumanasana or Ardha Hanumanasana. Lean forward, pull your right hip back in space as you draw your sternum over your front shin. We again twist this shape by turning your heart, your gaze, to the right side. If you are going with hands here, your left hand can come to the mat, right hand can lift up, or you can just pick one or the other. Super tricky, no hands. Bring yourself up through center, bend the front knee back to your low lunge, pivot on the back shin, open it up for a half warrior two. So my belly, chest, thighs are pointing to the long edge of my mat. Look over your front leg. Arms can be at a T or not. Bend into your front right leg as much as feels good. Knee tracks over toes, lift up. Repeat, bring it down, lift it up. Bring it down, lift it up. Turn to the front, low lunge. Step both feet, knees together. Back for your lean, ready to do the left side. Inhale, prepare. Lean it back. Left leg springs forward, lunge. Ooh. Twist to the left. Exalt, left shoulder to the ground behind you. Half Hanumanasana, turn to your low lunge forward, straighten the front leg, melt into a forward fold. Sternum over shin. Twist upper body to the left. Hands might come down, they might not. And then to that half warrior two. Bring yourself up, bend the front knee, pivot on the back shin. Arms might open, they might not. Look over your front left knee, bend into it, knees track over toes. Lift up, lower down. Lift up, lower down. Lift up, pause. Turn yourself back to the front. Both knees come back to that high kneel shape. Practicing our mobility here. If this doesn't work for you, you can meet us in a squat any way that works. Tuck your toes under, sit back towards your toes. Lean your body back so much that you can really pull your knees to your chin and pop the soles of your feet on the floor. Flip, we're in a malasana. Again, if that didn't work for you, meet us in a squat shape, however works. Strong all together, let's straighten the legs, stand up nice and tall. We are going to move through some rolling vinyasas, but the rolling is optional, so just follow me for options. Step to the top of your mat, Tadasana. Again, your hands can just stay at heart center all the time. They never have to move unless you need them to steady yourself. We want all of our Tadasanas today to be with feet hip distance or even a tiny bit wider than hip distance apart because we're doing lots of squatting, malasanas, moving around. That's just a lot easier. Easier to move, easier to squat. Take a big inhale, exhale breath to prepare. As we inhale, come up high on the tippy toes, lift the heels. You might lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to the heart, bend your knees and pause in the lowest squat that feels good for you. Now you can pause, practice an isometric hold, get super strong in the legs. Option 1 is the pause, option 2 is the roll. We keep sitting the butt down all the way to the floor. Keep yourself tucked into a little ball as you roll backwards. Lots of momentum, roll forward, put your feet on the ground, squat. And then all together, no matter where you are, we stand up, we repeat. Inhale, lift heels, lift arms if you want. Exhale, squat. Hold your squat if that is your option. Otherwise, follow me on a roll back, a roll forward. All together, we stand up. Inhale, nice and slow, lift the heels. Exhale, descend in your squat. Pause and hold, otherwise follow me, roll it back, roll it forward. Stand up all together. One more before we add on, lift the heels, lower, pause and stay, otherwise follow me, we roll. We lift up out of your squat, stand up tall. Now we are going to step the left leg back with the next one, follow me. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, squat. Hold your squat or follow me for a roll. We meet in our squat. Weight into the right foot, step the left foot back. High lunge, lift your upper body. Maybe your arms come up overhead, maybe they stay. Arrowhead, lean it forward. Head in line with back heel. Hands can be down by the sides or not. Put lots of weight in your front right leg, super light on the left toes. Bend your left knee, drag the foot in until it's in line with the right knee and then step it back. Scootering, 2, 3, step back, open into warrior 2. All 5 toes of the left foot turn to the left side of your mat. Upper body lifts up. Arms can be at a T. Exalt, left shoulder towards left leg. Spiral your heart to the sky. Maybe your arms reach as such. Side angle pose. Spiral your heart open to the left side of your mat. Lean right shoulder to right knee. Maybe left arm up overhead, your choice. Repeat, exalt. Side angle. One more, exalt. Side angle, pause. Ardha Chandrasana from here. All the weight comes into our right foot. Drag your left foot in. Find your balance. We are keeping hips, belly button, chest open to the long edge of the mat. And start to lean your right shoulder towards the floor. Keep your left shoulder reaching towards the ceiling as you lift your left leg, heel, outer heel first, to the sky. Now your arms can be at a T here. Hand can come to a block or not. Pause here for wow, it's so tricky, for 3, for 2, for 1. Coming down into a wide-legged sumo squat. Feet shoulder distance or more wide, toes pointing out, bend the knees very generously, almost like a horse stance, wide-legged squat. Goddess arms if you choose or not. We pause still or we pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1, straighten the legs, turn the toes in, heels out, wide-legged forward fold. Hands can come to the floor or keep them as they are. Look up, follow the gaze to come halfway, and then turn your right toes to the front of the mat. Upper body follows. Left toes come about 45 degrees. And pyramid pose, pull your right hip back in space, sternum over shin, kind of just like that half Hanuman, but we are standing. And follow the gaze, look up, Step your feet together at the top of the mat. Let's take the other side. A breath in the interim. Inhale, lift the heels. Lift the arms if you want. Exhale, squat low. Pause, hold the squat if you like. Otherwise, follow me for a roll. Last roll, I think. Lift up. This time from our squat, left leg strong, right leg steps back. High lunge. Lift the upper body. Arms reach overhead if they want to. Back leg straightens, lean weight into the front leg, arrowhead pose as you tip the upper body forward. Arms can be down by the sides if they want or not. So much weight comes into your left front leg that you come off the right toe. Scooter it in, bend both knees together. 1, 2, 3. Step the right leg back, open it, warrior 2. Arms might be to a T here, they might not. Exalt, right shoulder towards the mat behind you, gaze up. Side angle, lots of weight into that front leg, spiral the left side of the rib cage forward. Exalt, side angle. Exalt, side angle, pause. Look to the floor. Weight into that front leg. I move because otherwise I'm going to come off my mat and I'm worried I'll come out of frame. Drag your right leg in and start to lift it up. Outer ankle leads. Think about making a big T shape with your body. Maybe your arms are to a T here. Maybe that bottom hand is on a block. Maybe that is not the case. 3, 2, and 1. Big sumo squat, horse stance, whatever you want to call it. Goddess pose. Knees tracking over toes. Maybe we've got those cactus arms or not. Pause or even pulse for 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, toes in, heels out, fold it forward. A breath in and out at the bottom of this forward fold. Inhale, look up, lift the body halfway. Turn your left toes to the front of the mat and step your right toes in slightly. Back foot can be 45 degrees-ish. And then think sternum over shin. Pyramid pose. Pull your left hip back in space. Right hip forward. Look up, follow the gaze to come to standing. And step your feet together at the top of the mat. Feet a little wider than hip distance. Our last series of squats and kneeling before we make our way to the ground. Inhale, lift the heels, maybe the arms. Exhale, squat until your butt is in line with your knees. Pause. Weight into the right leg. Step your left leg back. Kiss the left knee down to the ground. Excellent work. From there, lean your weight into your left knee, your back knee. Support under it if you need. See if you can pick the right foot up off the floor. Hover, balance. 3, 2, 1. Put the right foot on the ground. Tuck the back toe. Spring back into your squat, butt in line with knees. Weight into left foot, step the right foot back. Kiss the back knee down. Balance on the back knee, lift the front leg, a little or a lot. 3, 2, 1. Squat. All the way down. Pop your butt on the ground. And if that didn't feel good for you, get down to the floor however feels right. Meet us here. Navasana boat pose. Your feet can be on the ground or you can be pulling your knees to the chest, floating your feet, shins in tabletop or shins straight. Arms can reach in front of you or not. Pause for 3. Oh gosh, 2 and 1. Take your legs out wide and pop your feet on the ground. Wide-legged kind of shape. Bend your right knee and pull the sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh. Start to spiral your rib cage. So you're pulling your left shoulder towards the right knee. And then side bending, thinking left shoulder to inner left knee. Now arms can be right arm up overhead or keep them as they are. A beautiful side bend. Keep the right hip bone heavy on the ground. A big round of breath here. And then lift yourself up. Extend your right leg out. Breathe in, extend the spine long. Breathe out, fold forward. Now your hands can come to the floor, they can stay at the heart, wherever they feel good. We inhale to come up. Pull the left foot to the inner thigh. And now if you need to use your hands to move your feet, your body around, that is totally cool. Sternum points over left thigh, and then bring right shoulder to inner right knee. I like to really spiral the rib cage. And it's this hands-free practice that we can get those nitty-gritty points of poses like this, like that side angle, where trunk positioning, upper body positioning is really integral. But sometimes we can really rely on the use of the grabbing, the pulling, the placing of limbs using our arms. This can be such a mindful practice just to remove an element of our regular practice. Bring yourself up through center. Both knees bend and place your feet flat on the ground. Wiggle your butt forward because you may need the space to lie down. Come back to your Navasana, but this time Ardha, half Navasana. Balance on your butt bones, lift the legs, and then roll down so just your lower back touches the mat. You can keep the knees bent on the floor and just take that crunch. That's still working your abdominals, or you can extend the legs if you want that extra. Pause for 3, for 2, whoa, for 1. Pull the knees into the chest and relax your upper body down on the ground. As I am, a gentle rock from side to side here. And then it can be a little bit more accessible if you place folded blanket or a block or a bolster under your hips here. Do that, or follow me and extend the legs up into the air. Now, the legs don't have to be dead straight. They can be a little bent. I just love a little shake of the legs here. That feels really good on my legs. You might pedal the feet, or you might just vibe in stillness. Again, my hands are still in front of the heart, but you might bring them anywhere on the floor. Ooh. Wherever you are, smoothing out the breath as we come to the end of our practice. You bend the knees, pull them into your chest, and rock them over to the left-hand side, keeping your upper back spread out on the mat. Hands go wherever your hands want to go. They can still be on the body. And as we slow down, as we move towards the end of our session together, perhaps towards a well-deserved long Shavasana, slow down your breath and just invite a sense of calm, softness. Guide the knees through center and over to the other side. Breath is long and slow. Bring those knees up through center. And settle into a Shavasana shape that works for you. Now you may like to pause this and practice a guided Shavasana from our platform, or perhaps a song, or just some time in stillness. Set a timer for yourself. But if you would like to follow up or finish up with me, allow your whole body to soften and invite a sense of rest, even if just for a short time. Everything is passive. We take a huge breath in, sigh it out, dramatic sigh, inhale deep, let it go. Another inhale, and a final let go. Again, pause and rest. But if you're finishing up with me, make your way to a comfortable seat and bring the hands in front of the heart. Close or even half close your eyes and begin to rub the palms of the hands together, going faster and faster. When your palms feel nice and warm, gently place them over your closed eyes. Breathe in. And gently blink the eyes open as you breathe out. And place your hands down in your lap and lift your gaze. Thank you so much for practicing our downward dog-free vinyasa today. I appreciate your presence so much, even if it is virtual. We have an incredible community with Always Yoga, and I'm so glad that you are a part of it. If you have any questions, queries, requests, please reach out. I love hearing from you. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.